Welcome to my channel, the Lotus Sutra How to Study and Practice. As always, I wrote a letter to all of you, so let me read aloud. Do you find that the Lotus Sutra is not easy to understand, and so you may wonder, what is the point of this sutra? In this video, I will answer the question, how can we cope with the difficulty of understanding the Lotus Sutra? The secret to answering this question is to understand that not understanding the Lotus Sutra first is very, very essential. You may find this paradoxical or counterintuitive, but this is precisely what's going on in the Lotus Sutra itself. So what the Lotus Sutra is really great at doing is embracing and showing a paradoxical harmony, an unexpected oneness among all things. So that's how this scripture became an inspiration for peace-building work of Buddhist activists of today. For instance, Nikkyo Niwano, founder of kosei-kai, and many others. So I hope this video is encouraging to all of you and help you maintain hope for the lifelong journey of learning, studying, and practicing the Lotus Sutra, and for you to find the meaning of your life and happy, mindful living. You see the repetition of passages seemingly for no reason, statements from the Buddha left unexplained. So you may wonder about the point of the Buddha, for instance, saying in chapter 2 of the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha only teaches the Bodhisattvas. In chapter 3, the parable of the burning house. In chapter 16, the revelation of the infinite lifespan of the Buddha. What are the points of all these? So you may be feeling, I'm interested in the Lotus Sutra, but it's frustrating at the same time. How can I understand the point of the Lotus Sutra? And when will that experience of appreciating the Lotus Sutra happen to me? And if I ever able to understand any of the passages in the sutra, what kind of spiritual insights can I gain from that? If these frustrations and difficulties resonate with you, first, I want you to be aware and be proud of yourself. You have a great aspiration for understanding the Lotus Sutra. The difficulties you're feeling prove that you have an interest in the sutra and gave a try to understanding the Lotus Sutra. So otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling any difficulties or frustrations at all. So you're on the right track. I know not having these questions answered is frustrating. I've undergone that too, and I'm still in the process of that with you as well. But you are not alone in that experience. This seems to be a shared problem for many of us who are attracted to the charm of the Lotus Sutra and yet are unable to see it correctly or clearly at the moment. So given this shared challenge, I want to propose that we consider these questions in a new light. What if undergoing difficulties and challenges of understanding the Lotus Sutra itself is precisely the point of the Lotus Sutra? What are your thoughts on that? My take is to say that not understanding the Lotus Sutra first is an essential process of ultimately understanding the Lotus Sutra. That's the secret to reading the Lotus Sutra. So don't give up your journey. Continue until you see how rewarding it is. What do I mean by an importance of not understanding the Lotus Sutra first? So the key idea here is the nature of becoming something. After years of not understanding the Lotus Sutra, now I see that the sutra promotes the vision of the universally shared Buddha nature of all sentient beings and a belief that all will become a Buddha. If you think about the condition of this becoming something, this becoming a Buddha, you find that the becoming requires not yet becoming that thing first, right? So you becoming a Buddha requires that you are not yet Buddha. So this leads to a great affirmation of who we are, our not yet understanding of the Lotus Sutra. So if you were a Buddha from the beginning, you will never have a chance to become a Buddha. Because in that case, you would have to have been already the Buddha forever, and there would be no starting point of becoming the Buddha. Here's an analogy. Being an adult is only possible if you were first non-adult. That means first you were a child. This not yet being an adult is necessary for you to become an adult. So there are no adults who had skipped their childhood and only experienced their adulthood. If there were, that would be a brand new species of human beings. So being an adult necessarily presupposes that you undergo your childhood first. You undergo not yet being an adult first. But it's more than that. From the viewpoint of having already become an adult, you retrospectively understand that each moment of your childhood, your not yet being an adult moment, was precisely how you were becoming an adult. This necessary relationship between childhood and adulthood demonstrates a unique paradoxical relationship between the Buddha and not yet Buddha. So this is the secret that's happening in the Lotus Sutra, and which is very key to how to cope with the difficulty of not understanding or understanding the Lotus Sutra. The Lotus Sutra promotes the Buddhahood of all sentient beings, but you have to start with not yet being a Buddha in order to become a Buddha in the future. There's no Buddhahood without having not been a Buddha for a while. In that sense, not understanding the Lotus Sutra first, which is the undergoing a difficulty and challenges of reading the Lotus Sutra, is an essential condition for you to ultimately understand the Lotus Sutra, for your ultimate experience of becoming a Buddha. Nobody is supposed to or is able to skip this essential step. You cannot skip your childhood in order to become an adult. Similarly, you cannot skip your life as a not yet Buddha in order to experience you to become a Buddha in the future. Not understanding the Lotus Sutra is similar. It is necessary for your understanding of it in the future. From the viewpoint of having already become a Buddha, having already understood the Lotus Sutra, you will be retrospectively understanding that your life as a not yet Buddha was actually how you were becoming a Buddha, how you were gradually understanding the Lotus Sutra. So Buddhahood and non-Buddhahood, enlightenment and delusion, nirvana and samsara, understanding and not understanding the Lotus Sutra are to be all embraced and affirmed as your bodhisattva practice in the paradoxical oneness of Buddhahood. This is the hidden point of the Lotus Sutra, and to be aware of that is the secret to understanding the Lotus Sutra. If you're having a difficulty of understanding the Lotus Sutra, please know that it is an essential part of understanding the Lotus Sutra. But there's more than that. Via the Bodhisattva ideal, you will need that difficulty for the sake of both your understanding and guiding others to understanding the Lotus Sutra. Your experience of not understanding is an opportunity, so please do not waste it. It is important to both you and everyone else. we can find an evidence of this idea of co-understanding of the Lotus Sutra in the very passages of the Lotus Sutra. So for instance, if you take a look at the chapter 10 of the Lotus Sutra, according to the chapter, we are told that we all were born based on the bodhisattva vow that we have made in our ancient past life. All moments of difficulties and challenges are meant for each of us to acquire skills to cope with them so that we can more empathetically understand the feelings of the others who are undergoing various kinds of frustrations and reach out to support them. So the point of undergoing difficulties and challenges is for us to become more effective and skillful bodhisattvas. That's the vow we've made, and that's the vow we forgot in our present life. The project of the Lotus Sutra is for each of us to recall that great bodhisattva vow. In that sense, not understanding the Lotus Sutra first is precisely how you are fulfilling your bodhisattva vow and ultimately co-becoming a Buddha with other fellow human beings. So if you're not understanding the Lotus Sutra, I would say, congratulations. You are doing it right, because you are not understanding that now. This is a necessary bodhisattva process for your ultimate understanding of the Lotus Sutra, ultimate becoming a Buddha in your life. But learning the Lotus Sutra alone makes you feel lonely, perhaps. And here's what I want to suggest. If nobody is sure about what is going on in the Lotus Sutra, how about sharing each other's stories of learning the Lotus Sutra? By collaborating each other and sharing perspectives with one another, we will be able to open up a new path towards understanding and appreciating the Lotus Sutra. So for instance, you can subscribe my channel and join my online Lotus Sutra Lab discussion group by emailing to rkchicago@rkchi.org, and you get a Zoom link. We've been doing this like twice a month, and it's been going great. Please do not give up your journey of learning the Lotus Sutra. The key is not to give up, and instead to continue your journey. And in this video and elsewhere in my channel, we will not give up this journey together. That's how we start our heavy lifting of the Lotus Sutra. Thanks for watching. See you soon.